This episode of Bouts Talking Bouts is brought to you by Bare Knuckle Betting Shark. Winning parlays, if you're looking for them in BKFC, you got to be checking out BK Bet Shark. Here's the thing, $50 buys, you get a personalized bet slip. It's based on your own budget. You can be flexible. It is what works for you. And this guy's got the receipts. You can check out all the winning tickets. You can peep them, and you can do so at Bare Knuckle Betting Shark. Check him out on Instagram and get with it. Got them personalized betting slips going on, $50 buys. All right, on this episode of Bare Knuckle Radio, very excited to be talking to an individual who competes at BKFC 55, which goes down on November the 18th, and a very intriguing co-main event as Bartholomew Król knuckles up and toes the line against Anthony Holmes, and great getting to have Anthony on Bare Knuckle Radio. How's your day going there, man?
Yeah, it's good. I've just finishing up, back into our training now, so just done 14 rounds today. Sparring, and then feeling good for next week.
Yeah, and it seems like you're getting in some incredible work. Like, I saw you had a good 15 rounds at AVT MMA Leeds recently. It looked like you were getting in some work with, Rico Franco and stuff like that. So definitely, love to see the work with, Rico and some other, great individuals as well. Can you speak to, I guess, how this recent training camp has gone?
Yeah, the last training camp, I made a few mistakes, there were a few issues. I wasn't doing the running, the essence here was boxing constantly. And I know it was wrong in my own head, but I just went along with flow. I had a new coach, which he was a good coach, but we were training me like best at stable, like we were all one mould. And a few things weren't feeling right, and it showed. Ended up taking my first loss. So I've just gone back to my old method, and I've loved every minute of it, mate, to be honest with you. I love the full process of fight camp. And I use Rico, Danny Mitchell and stuff like that, AVT for my sparring partners anyway. They're a great set of lads, and rest of them, Robbie Kennedy, and also all different sizes, ranges, abilities, different attributes. So yeah, I'm feeling great.
And, you mentioned that first loss and just, such a run you've had so far. I saw that post you had talking about how within 5 pro bare knuckle fights you've collected 4 titles and, at different weights, no less. So, just a lot of great accomplishments already. But how important is, just that loss within that? I would think that you'd be able to, I guess, learn a unique set of lessons from that and really grow as a bare knuckle fighter.
Yeah, it's taught me to listen to myself, I've been at it a long time, different disciplines, cage, boxing, good boxing, and bare knuckle. And I went against my own, my own judgment, and I let somebody else take full control. And I just know to listen to my own body, this time. Danny's a good puncher anyway, but I just think it would have been a bit more switched on, a bit fitter. I would have gone into that 4th round as tired as what I want. I've pretty much spent out on 3rd. But he's a class operator as well. He's a good presence, a good hitter, but I do think I could have done better. We actually wouldn't fight all the way through to that moment. So I took a lot away from it. I think I needed as well, to trust myself. And it's made me change a few things as well. So I'm feeling good about it. I think it's happened at the right time. Obviously, nobody wants to go and get a loss, but as long as you use that loss for a learning, I think it's the best thing to what can happen to somebody. It's rejuvenated my motivation and that a bit as well. This one as well, it's my first non-title fight since I've been doing bare knuckle. Everyone's been a title. I've been British title holder, European, been world title holder at middleweight. And but middleweight were a different organisation. We're 84. This is so about 10 years or more. I've not fought at 79 before, so I've not been this way for a long time.
I was going to say, how does the prep differ at that weight relative to some other weight classes you fought at?
I've never really struggled with weight. What my management were been looking to go down for some time, because especially I'm only 5'10", I'm like cruiserweight, And light heavyweight, everybody seems to be like from 6 foot to 6'4", so you're always against it with range anyway. But I've never turned down a fight. But after that last one, we thought, right, we need to be fighting at, weight class we think I should be at. I'm a bit stubborn for my own good. I think it's a good fight. I take it. Never refuse the fight, so it'll be interesting to see what Bart Król can offer, because he seems fast, explosive, and I haven't fought a southpaw for over 15 years, so that'll be a good little puzzle. I think we'll see what happens on night, but I feel quite confident.
I was going to say, do you have anyone in your training giving you those southpaw looks, or is this going to be like a bit of an adjustment, at least in the early goings, I suppose?
Yeah, this camp I managed to get some southpaws, like number 2 kickboxing champion, kickboxing, Dean Patterson. He's a good, not taller than Bart Live, but he's a good operator, so it gets me thinking. On the old phone from AFT as well. He's a switch. Which is too, but he's really good in southpaw. Nice, elusive fighter. So yeah, I've been all different styles, different sizes. We've been prepping all way. I'm just looking. Last fight I had, I already couldn't wait for downtime. I was just like tired. I think I left most of it. So this time I've approached everything right, different headspace, and listened to my body a lot more. And just, like I said, best I felt in a long time. I do feel. I'm coming back from a loss. I do feel really rejuvenated and looking to this new life on show on the 18th.
Yeah, and you mentioned the explosiveness of Król and everything like that. I'm curious what you, I guess, think of him overall. He has a pair of BKFC wins that he's collected this year and everything like that. Like, what are your thoughts on him, I guess, beyond the explosiveness? Like, do you see other, I guess, notable attributes? And I guess, what are your thoughts on his combat resume overall? Because it looks like he has some MMA experience.
He's got an impressive cage resume, and 12 fights, 9 wins. I'm not sure how they've stopped or not. But I can't give too much away in all the stuff, what I've seen, because obviously,
yeah,
I'll be fighting next week. But yeah, it seems like it'll be a good test, coming back from a loss, and I'm looking forward to that. Again, like I said, I haven't fought a southpaw for 15 years, so I'm just looking to see how much I'll progress in the first week. So, it's just a puzzle to work out, and I'm sure I'll figure that out on the night. I do think he's got a few dangerous spots I need to be aware of. It's bare knuckle, and it's you can't afford to take unnecessary shots, because cuts, the last thing I want is out stopping for a cut. But how I think I'll be, especially when we're fighting heavier weights, I do feel I'll be too strong for him.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a very interesting fight, just considering what both of you guys bring to the table. But I guess I'm curious to, get some thoughts on this, because obviously you've, adapted well to the differing rule set of BKFC by virtue of, cementing yourself as that, BKFC UK champion, and you've collected gold in BKB. I guess I'm curious, like, how that whole process was, I guess, adapting from that, BKB rule set that's obviously more like at range kind of work, and the clinch isn't there. But yeah, like, I guess relative to the BKFC.
In BKB, yeah, because in the clinch rule, they make you stop straight away. But just, it's not different. I've fought myself MMA, I was 6-0 in MMA. I've done a lot of wrestling and jiu-jitsu, so so I actually prefer it better, actually, because it's one of my strong points, is which I didn't get to showcase that on BKB, other than when I fought Chad Kelly, which he did a lot of clinch work, and he was getting shots off, which he was supposed to do under that rule set, but they didn't get away. But that's the only time we got cut, because I'm expecting us to be fighting in clinch under the rule set we were under.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I would think the BKFC rule set would allow you to, I guess, tap into some more tools that you have. And I think I saw a quote you had even leading into that fight you'd mentioned there, where you were talking about how, like, even sometimes if you're the smaller opponent physically, it's like you're 7 feet tall on the inside.
Yeah. I'm I've always been one to stand my ground, I can be a elusive fighter, I can be a come-forward fighter. I think the last two fights with the characters I've been in with the strength they've had in the punches, I've had to be more elusive. But if you look back to my BKB fights, I can change. I seem to adapt from the fighter rather, going off their attributes. So, but it's all, like I say, I love the full process of it all, winning, losing, whatever. It's for me, it gives me a focus in life. I'm lost without it. I always feel there's something missing if I'm not in fight camp or something to look forward to. So, I think BKFC is the best promotion going on the platform where it's on, how they run everything. So I'm just, especially the time we're in at the minute, because Bare Knuckle's growing massive. I just think I'm on board at right time, starting in 2019. I would have liked to have had a lot more fights, but obviously COVID got in way, and that was a bit of a nightmare. So, but just looking forward to keep getting in, keep matching up with you other, and hopefully get over to America for the next one.
And I guess just talking about some of the, training preparations, I'm curious because it feels like, bare knuckle fighters will try out different things and have their own methodology. Like some guys will work with like the bigger kind of boxing gloves to kind of replicate that like power kind of work and, have like live rounds more so. Whereas like some guys will also use like the smaller MMA gloves to kind of get that like precision kind of work. Like what do you get in? Yeah.
I do both actually. When I have my hard spars, I'll use the big boxing gloves, obviously to prevent injury during thing. But when I do my technical sparring, it's all small gloves. Just picking the shots, getting the distancing right, and everything. And I just think it's better for you learn more that way with the little gloves on and tech sparring. But to get me match fit as well, fight fit, I need to get my hard spars in with big gloves. What I do find, I can tend to, when I put the big gloves on, I can tend to, go more into like a pro boxing mindset, hiding behind guard a lot. It's no good for BKB, obviously. If you try, guarding like you do in pro boxing, there's too many gaps. So you've got to make sure you get those little gloves sparring. Like that a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. I appreciate the insights into, I guess, like that part of the work and everything like that. And I did mention from the top, you guys are positioned, quite well on the card with it being the co-main event. And I guess I'm just curious to maybe, have you give some insights rather into the main event because you obviously, fought Danny Christie in a very exciting fight last time out, and he's readying to fight, Jared Warren in the main event. It would seem like that fight has a lot of like title implications at light heavyweight. Like, what are your thoughts on that matchup there?
Yeah, I think it's a good matchup. He's got to keep progressing. I did want a rematch. I said I will put open to a rematch anyway. But like I say, I'm not going to get many opportunities to get to America. So I wish him best of luck. Obviously I don't want him to lose either. But I think he's got same thing as me, puzzle to solve as me. I think he's out fighting a southpaw, which can fight many. But it'll be interesting to see how he deals with that. And what I've seen, he looks like a decent fighter who's fighting as well. So I haven't seen much of him, but what I have seen, it looks good.
Yeah, well said, and definitely an exciting fight. And we've talked earlier about your experiences in other combat sports before getting into BKB and now BKFC. I'm kind of curious, like, what initially, I guess, sparked your desire to want to compete in bare knuckle? Like, what initially, I guess, directed you to competing in this sport?
Yeah, well, I was 27 last time I competed in MMA. And then, unfortunately, got into a bit of trouble, ended up in jail, and I was injured as well for a time. So, combat sports took a back step, ended up being out of sport for 6 years. And then when I come back in, I just started training again, got booked to start training again. And the coach pulled me, he says, look, now you're back, what do you want to do? Do you want to aim for MMA? Do you want to go back glove boxing? Or do you want to buy bare knuckle? And I said, something like what's always I've always fancied is bare knuckle. I think it's the rawest form combat sport going, and it's traditional, isn't it? Especially over in this country, so somewhat a lot to give a go, especially with how it's growing, the pace that we're growing at as well. So it's the best move I've ever done. Like I said, it changed my life.
Yeah, is it giving you almost like maybe this isn't the exact way to phrase it necessarily, but like a redemptive kind of arc? Because like you talked about going to jail and combat sports having to take a back seat for a period of time that was pretty notable. Like, is there maybe like a redemption arc kind of component to what you've been able to do in bare knuckle so far?
Yeah, like I say, it's changed my life, my outlook on life, and it makes me a better person, you know, when it's something to focus on. Like I said, I've got a lot older head on me as well, which helps, and I've seen where I've gone wrong in the past. Since I've been focused on BKB, it's kept me from making the same mistakes, you know, and giving me a clear path what I want to do. Like I say, it's changed my life round, and since I've been doing it, I'm a much better person, more mature, and I love every bit of it. I love the atmosphere of it, I love everything about it, you know, the drive it gives me, so I'm grateful.
Yeah, it's awesome to hear, and the gratitude definitely coming across. It seems like it's really helped your quality of life, as you've said a couple times, and just cool to, you know, get to represent Yorkshire as well and stuff like that on a big stage and everything. I would think that would be cool for you as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the support I've got from my local area and stuff, businesses, the following I'm starting to build, and people recognising the work I'm putting in. Yeah, like I say, I'm very grateful for that. You know, it's people soon change their opinions of you, you know, when you start putting your energy in the right direction and trying to make something of yourself and following your goals, watching you succeed as well. It's, yeah, I'm getting a lot of feedback, which I'm overwhelmed with, to be honest with you. And yeah, it keeps me on the right path.
Yeah, that's great to hear, and you seem like an involved family guy as well, which I imagine, you know, helps with that as well, just staying grounded and focused and present, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my fiancée, she's a counsellor, so that helps keep me grounded. Very patient, and she's helped me a lot, yeah. I don't think, you know, like with her support, I've been in relationships in past and hated, you know. And all she's ever done. When I met her, she just said, "Do you know how passionate I was about it?" She says, "Look, I'll never have you back." And then getting that push from her as well, I've been off running since.
Yeah, I mean, so important, definitely such a massive sort of thing, but I really do appreciate all the time and the great insights. Anthony definitely was excited for this fight before talking to you, but you're giving some great insights and getting me more excited. But I do want to be mindful of your schedule and everything, man. So is there maybe a final parting thought you'd want to add as we're sort of wrapping things up here, man?
I just want everybody to tune in, you know. I respect my opponent. I think he's got a lot to offer, and I think the card itself is amazing. There's Danny Mitchell, who used to be in UFC, out of retirement as well. He's got a nice fight lined up. Mason Shaw, Matty Hodgson, obviously main event, Danny Christie. I just think everybody should tune in, you know, support fighters. We put a lot into it, and we'll give you we'll give you everything and leave it all in the ring for you. So make sure you watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a great card on November the 18th for sure, and definitely stoked for this fight at BKFC 55, and just really appreciate you coming on Bare Knuckle Radio, Anthony. So thanks for that, and really looking forward to checking out this fight with Bartholomew Król, and should be a great co-main event and everything. But until then, you have a good rest of your day, man. And yeah, to reiterate, thank you for the time.
I appreciate having us on. Thank you very much. And yeah, have a good day, mate.
This episode of Bouts Talking Bouts is brought to you by Bare Knuckle Betting Shark. Winning parlays, if you're looking for them in BKFC, you got to be checking out BK Bet Shark. Here's the thing, $50 buys, you get a personalized bet slip. It's based on your own budget. You can be flexible. It is what works for you. And this guy's got the receipts. You can check out all the winning tickets. You can peep them, and you can do so at Bare Knuckle Betting Shark. check him out on Instagram and get with it. Got them personalized betting slips going on, $50 buys.